Hey team, how's it going? So we are back and we're here today to discuss Instagram. As we had mentioned in our last recording, we wanted to just kind of share the basics of getting started with these social media platforms. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I'm going to be talking about a couple different things. I'm going to talk about the profile, similar to how I discussed Facebook, as well as the privacy settings. So let me share my screen so you guys can see Instagram. Here we go. All right, so it looks a little different, of course, on a computer versus the cell phone, but you want to set up your profile, again, as your storefront. So you want to talk about kind of who you are. So when people jump to your page, they can read a little bit about you. It doesn't have to be super lengthy. You can adjust this and change this as you grow and as you develop maybe new hobbies, or as you grow as a family, whether with fur babies or babies. And you can add things like once you become a diamond coach, or even if you've already decided, let's say, what you want to name your team, you can even add that information there. You can add hyperlinks so that people can find you on Facebook. And you could add things such as like your Beachbody website. However, I will caution you with that, because when people come to a site, for instance, if I gain new followers and it happens to be a BBG, which is another network marketing fitness program, or if it's Herbalife or any of our competitors, let's say, I end up typically not following them back, or because, and granted, you could possibly gain them as a true follower or customer, customer, someone that you can help. But that's just something I wanted to throw in there, because you want to make it about you, but it doesn't necessarily have to, be screaming Beachbody. It just wants to read health and fitness. Again, this is your storefront, so you don't want to say, let's say, have like the same kind of picture every single picture day in, day out. You want to have a variety of things. You want to show who you are. I mean, this is kind of actually luckily enough for me, this is a pretty good example of who I am. I enjoy my shakes. I work out. I have had a transformation. I am in love with my girls and my husband, and I'm a family girl. I like to take baths. I also like to share some quotes for, helping people stay motivated and give them a good laugh. And then, of course, I enjoy my 80-20 lifestyle and enjoy beverages. So this is a good storefront for showing kind of who I am. You can edit your profile by clicking on the edit profile here. And then you can go through and add the information in your bio. You can break things up like I did, where I had those lines, but you can make it fun and add little emojis. And then what I also wanted to show you, so I'm going to stop the share screen, and I wanted to show you, I couldn't figure out on the computer how to edit your privacy settings on Instagram. And so I'm going to show you through the phone, and hopefully you can see this. Okay, so in the top right-hand corner for an Android, I'm not sure how that is on iPhones, but I'm pretty sure it's similar. You're going to see 3 little dots, and that's where you're going to be able to edit your settings for privacy. And down below in the account, there's going to be a private account setting, and literally you just click the button, and it will set your account to private or not private. And I know this is a recommendation. This is not saying you have to set your account to a public account, but keep in mind that as you're wanting to grow your audience, that you are better off being a public account, because then people can find you in hashtags. And that is, once you've exhausted your warm market, you really want to start building on your cold market. And that's, not saying it's the only way you're going to be able to build a cold market, but it has a lot to do with building a clientele with your cold market, is opening up to those you don't know, so people can find you and you have more people then to reach out and help. So again, we're going to kind of keep it short and sweet, so I'm going to pass it on to Abby But if you guys have any questions about how to adjust the profile or settings and privacy, please reach out to either myself or one of the other coaches, and we'd be happy to help.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue on with what Annie was talking about adding followers on Instagram. So what you want to do, obviously, you want to find like-minded people like you. So the way that we currently do it now, growing our followers, Carrie, Annie, and myself, is we've been using the program or app or whatever, if you want to call it, Instagram. So this actually is something that you actually use it on your computer, and it kind of does all the work for you. So you're going to input certain settings into Instagram. You're going to put in certain hashtags of other people that use the hashtags that you want to seek out. So, you know, you would do something that correlates with you, your interests, things about you, about fitness. So Instagram really does all the work because yes, you can go into Instagram and you can follow hashtags and you can find people and you can start to follow those people and you start to engage with those people and you hope they follow you back. But it just takes so much more time. And it's so much more time consuming, whereas Instagram really kind of helps you grow rapidly. And it only costs like $9 or something for a month. And you can increase your followers significantly. Yes, you're going to have some, you know, other coaches that you end up following just by default because of similar hashtags. So you'll see as they come up in your feed, if it's another Beachbody coach, you can go in and unfollow them, and that's fine. Or it's other similar competitor type companies. You can feel free to unfollow those people too, and you'll notice some of them following you back, and that's fine. But that really helps you grow pretty instantly. And I think I started using it. I'm not quite sure when Carrie told me about it, but just within the last couple of months, and I went from like 800 to over 2,000. So it's just, it's amazing how quickly it grows, and you can start to engage with those people and have Instagram do the work for you so that you can do the next level of work with regards to commenting on people's stuff, because it will go through and like people's stuff for you already. And you can just go in, and as you see them come in your feed, comment and, you know, be personal. You can start to send these people messages, you know, maybe after you've commented on certain things, you've had, you know, conversation on Instagram, you know, on a picture or whatever. So you want to establish those relationships. And then, you know, you can, you know, have the option of private messaging, yes, on Instagram too. And you'll see that you'll get some private messages too, you know, from people that you followed. So that's certainly, you know, the best way to go through and increase your following on Instagram. So I think, you know, Instagram is a whole nother call and topic because it is very comprehensive with settings and everything like that. So if you're looking to jump on and, you know, do that right now, you can talk with Carrie, Annie, or myself, and we can help you get started and kind of tell you what our settings currently are, and then you can kind of go from there. But we'll definitely dive into that more after. Obviously, you know, this is a very basic call and just getting you started on Instagram so you can take those next steps. So I will pass the next batch on to Carrie.
Okay, so we're going to talk about hashtags. And okay, so you can have 30 hashtags in each of your posts. And hashtags are super important on Instagram, not so much Facebook, because people on Instagram, that's how they find you. That's they'll search for, you know, weight loss, fitness, or whatever, and then your post pops up, and that's, you know, that's why it's so important to have like 30 on your post. They don't have to relate to your post though. You need it to be in your niche market. Like me, I am in recovery. I'm sober, so I target that market. I'm a dog mom. I own a golden doodle, or have a golden doodle. So I have those hashtags under posts of, you know, where I'm working out, and I still have, you know, golden doodle, doodle mom, sobriety, you know, all that stuff. So it's really important that you keep them in your niche market, because let's say somebody's searching, you know, dog mom, you know, and then they see you're a fitness coach and, you know, stuff like that. So Also, I see it all the time, and I used to do it too. When you put hashtags on your posts, since there's so many, it's good to put them in the comment section of the post, because it declutters it. I remember I even had friends comment on my posts, especially like if it was going over to Facebook, and they're like, so many hashtags, and now I see it and I'm like, yeah, it does kind of, look cluttered. Also, you don't want to just like post a picture and just have hashtags on it. You want to put some wording, and then the hashtags are extra. So what I do is I have hashtags saved in an app on my phone in my notes section. And I have different like categories. Like when I post a picture of Pippa, I have hashtags, that have a lot of dogs, since there's a limited amount. So I have like a lot of dog friendly, and then other ones too. And then I have like regular hashtags, for other posts. So let's see. That's about it for hashtags. I do want to touch on like when you search hashtags yourself, this kind of, I know Abby touched on Instagress, which is an automated system for it, but this is a good system that doesn't take too much time. I mean, it can be a little time consuming, but I mean, if you're just searching around Instagram, you go and search a hashtag in your niche market. If you see a picture or post that you like it, and then comment under, leave a comment, and then compliment, and then a question. So that's initiating, a conversation with that person and showing, that you really are interested in what they're posting. Like, see, for instance, I met Marcy through a picture she posted, and there was beet hummus on her plate. And so I was like, oh, wow, that looks really, really good. Did you make that from scratch, or did you buy it at the store? And that's how our friendship came about. So, I mean, it literally takes a minute to do that. If you want to go even further, you can check out their whole profile, like a couple more of their pictures, and then follow them, and most likely they'll follow you back. But it initiates that conversation, and then a relationship is formed. As far as algorithms on Instagram, it's not as complicated as Facebook. It's basically the more you post, the more often your picture will be bumped up in the feed. And same with interaction. Get a lot of likes or comments, it'll, stay up there. As far as times and days to post, I just until recently was keeping it how I was with Facebook, that I mentioned, Sunday nights are good between 6 and 9 and all that. But I just kind of discovered, and I'll try and show you on my phone. I don't know if you guys, it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so this is my home page, and then next to the 3 little dots, there's like a graph kind of thing. And it shows you like all your insights. So that like all those blue things are for today. And that shows how many followers, how many of my followers are like my peak times are for today. And it goes, by days. So press like, I don't know, you'll have to play around with it, but there's like, percentage of women, men, the ages. It's really cool. Where my followers are, and then you can go by days and see each day. So I mean, it's good to maybe like plan ahead, and like so you can plan your posts on certain days. And then I just wanted to touch on like the live videos. Those are similar to Facebook. I actually haven't done a live video on Instagram yet, but basically you can do a live video just like Facebook, but the video disappears as soon as you're done recording it. So I haven't really heard much from other coaches on how effective that is or whatnot, and I haven't tried it out myself, but so and then Instagram stories. I love Instagram stories because it's a lot like Snapchat, but it's, to me, more convenient because I'm on Instagram all the time, and I can totally like share way more about like my day-to-day life without clogging, you know, my feed and just snapping pictures, you know, like I can only post about my dog so many times a day. So it's nice to be able to, you know, snap a little video or whatnot. And since we're doing basic, I just want to show you guys real quick on how to do that. You just press on your home screen, you press that camera, and then, oh, that's the back of my office. And then you can either take a video, there's Boomerang, so you just play around with it. So, oh yeah, and that's where you go live too. But I think that's it, right? Yeah, so.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I guess I'll wrap it up. So that's just kind of a brief overview. And obviously, you know, it gets more complicated as the more you use it. There's more aspects to it, and certainly there's a way to have it, you know, as like a basic, I don't want to say basic person. But Terry, how do you have your set? Do you have your set as like a public figure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't touch on that.
No, that's okay, because there are two, you know, because mostly everyone, if you already have an Instagram account, it's just your, you know, like you're just using it as a regular account. But there is the next level of having it, you know, actually as a public person, and it's more like business oriented, because I think with regards to the times of day in your posts and stuff like that, I don't think I have that on mine, because mine isn't set as a public figure. So I don't have access to the peak of what's best for me, but that's something I do actually need to look into to progress my account. So obviously, like we said, we will go over like more and more of these aspects down the line, but we wanted to kind of give you the tools to get started and where to go from just having a basic Instagram account. So
yeah, I do want to add something about that. It says like the public figure and stuff. It's because I have it hooked up to my like page.
Okay.
And then that's how you can do it. I didn't realize maybe the insights are just if you basically make it into a business profile. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't realize, but you can also hook it up to your regular page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are looking forward, I don't know at what point you guys will be watching this, but we're looking forward to continue our calls on Wednesday evenings. Our live calls, we're going over various topics, so hopefully you'll be tuning in tomorrow night's Wednesday, but if you're not watching this till whatever a different day, then the next Wednesday we hope to see you on then. All right, thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks, team.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.